All right. Hello, beautiful people. This is Ebony and Mbeteni, and I am back with episode 2 of Excellence with Ebony. So I want to first thank you all for joining in. I know we got on late, so my apologies for that. As you know, things happen, so no big deal, but we are here now and ready to go. I have a very special guest on today. His name is Ebonie Mbeteni, and if the last name sounds familiar, that's because it is. This is my Shemeji, or my brother-in-law in American terms, who is here to talk about being a successful businessman in Tanzania. And I'm probably going to have to brag for him because he's very humble. He's not going to brag himself, but I'm going to make sure to make sure that I do the bragging for him, so that you guys know exactly who you are having an opportunity to speak with today. So he's been gracious enough to give me a little bit of his time because, like my husband, he is very, very busy. But he always makes time for me, his Shemeji. We're going to talk today about mobile banking in Tanzania specifically, and how that works. And I know very, very, very little about it because I'm a little spoiled. And when I'm in Tanzania, my family, like my brother-in-law, takes care of that stuff for me. So he's going to explain how that works. I'm going to introduce him and let him tell you a little bit about himself. And then we're also going to go a little bit into some of the traits and characteristics of what it takes to be a successful businessman in Tanzania. Because I know I have a lot of subscribers that are there in Dar es Salaam and across Tanzania and East Africa. And they have asked me questions about getting into the business world, what they need to do, how do they do it. So we're going to go into that a little bit too. But first, so Shemeji, if you can introduce yourself and tell everybody what it is that you do, your title, and who you work for.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ebonie Shemeji. My name is Epimack, as Ebonie has introduced me. I work for a telecom company called Vodacom. Vodacom is a subsidiary of Vodafone. I think most of you will be familiar. Vodafone is one of the largest telecom companies in the world. And in Tanzania, Vodacom is the market leader, is number one telecom company. We have three major companies, telecom companies in Tanzania, and Vodacom is number one with a market share of more than 33%. So at Vodacom, I work as a director of M-PESA. M-PESA is a mobile money service. I'll talk about it later. I took over this position 2 years ago. So I'll be actually hitting my second year in this January, tomorrow.
Wow. Yes. So don't skip over the fact that one thing I want to point out is that he is the first Tanzanian to hold this position as director of M-PESA. So we are very proud of him. Good job. So he is the first Tanzanian to ever hold this position. So he's an important man. And then one thing to also point out, if his face looks familiar, and I haven't run it on my channel because I'm not sure about the copywriting and stuff. I don't want to get my brother in trouble, but he is on commercials. If you turn on the TV, you will probably see him in Vodacom commercials as well. So we have a little bit of a star in the family.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I'm a kind of a shy guy, but the position exposes me to all these things.
Yeah. So if you want to know how my son, where he gets his personality from, you can see it here in his uncle and my husband. They're actually shy. They don't like being in front of the camera. So I find it funny that you're in commercials and you don't like being in front of the camera.
And it's interesting, actually, because I started my career. I started as an IT person. I started IT and computer engineering. And I've been working IT for more than 10 years, but always, all these years, my heart was in commercial. So I kind of made my way up to the commercial side. And when I got in commercial, I made sure I go up to the top. I think there is one more position.
Yes, well, we are very proud of you. So let's talk a little bit about that. So your path to where you are now. So you said you started in IT, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
from there, how did it go?
Yeah, so I mean, I graduated in 2004, and I was lucky enough. Vodacom actually took me as a graduate trainee since I was in my third year. I was doing a course of 4 years. They came in, they looked for the best students, did an interview, and then they got me. So I got direct into employment after that. I worked in IT at Vodacom for 7 years. Then I went to other telecoms for about 4 years, and then I came back. Now, when I was working all these 7 years, plus the other years, I was doing IT. But really, in my heart, I mean, my heart was in commercial. I really wanted to be the one influencing everything because IT is just more for operational support and everything. So I made sure whatever that I was doing, I had the sense of commercial in it. In a way, actually, I was even championing some of the stuff. For example, when I was working in other telecoms, I worked in big projects of implementation of mobile money in those companies, and that gave me a very good visibility. In my second company where I was working, actually, at Tigo, it's not a secret, to my third company, which is Airtel. Airtel came to poach me when I was in Tigo. So it just shows that in the country I was kind of seen because of the project that I was doing. And that gave me a very good opportunity. Now, when it came to an opportunity at Vodacom to go into commercial, it was very easy for me to get that position. So that's how I moved now from IT to commercial side. At Vodacom. Yeah. So in short, that is my background really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's go into the topic that you guys have spoiled me with, and I know nothing about. But I know it's a big deal across Africa. Is
Yeah,
the
it is.
M-PESA, and I might be saying it wrong. The M-PESA and the mobile banking, right?
Yeah, it's M-PESA. It's called mobile money. It's not really a bank.
Okay.
I think that's where a lot of people outside Africa kind of get confused because
Okay.
from
Yes.
their side they are so used to banks, and
Yes.
M-PESA is not a bank.
Okay. So that's where I'm
Yeah.
confused. What is M-PESA?
Okay, so M-PESA, we call it a mobile money service. It's a
Okay.
wallet in your phone. Okay, so you know a wallet.
Yes.
It's a mobile wallet that sits in your phone.
Okay.
It's linked to your number, to your phone number. So how do you get money in and out? Actually, we have got mobile agents. We've got agents across the country, more than 100,000 agents across the country. If you want to put money into your wallet, you just go to one of the agents, you hand over your cash, and then they give you the float. We call it float. That's the e-money, electronic money into your account. So when the money is in your account, then you can do anything that you want with it. But
so you go to a physical person, you give them, let's say, $100. They put that $100 on your phone, and then you can use that money to purchase things like while you're out.
So once the money is in your account, there are a lot of things that you can do. You actually can do anything. You can send that money to someone else anywhere in the country. You can also send it to anybody in East Africa. You can also pay for your bills, for example, your electricity bills, your water bills, your TV bills, and all the bills you can pay using. Actually, we are paying using mobile money. You can also go to a shop and buy stuffs and pay using M-PESA as well. So there are a lot of things. You can buy your airtime using M-PESA. Everything actually you can. Like for me nowadays, I hardly work with cash. I mean, I just use my M-PESA account, and I can do anything anywhere in the country. And the other good thing is not only that you can send. We have also integrated with like more than 3,000 businesses in Tanzania.
Wow.
Yeah. So and plus the banks. So all the banks are integrated. So now you don't necessarily need to go to a physical point of sale to do deposit. You can also, if you've got a bank account, you can move money from a bank account to an M-PESA account, or from an M-PESA account to a bank account. So it's very flexible. So for example, I receive my salary into my bank account. I can move it to my M-PESA and then start using it. That's how
so it basically it has like replaced the debit card, basically.
It's both. It's payments, but also you can say it's a bank and a payment.
Right.
in there, because you hold money there, right? You hold money there, and you can do variety of things. For example, we have also partnered with banks to open what you call, we can say it's like a bank service. So you can save and get interest. You can take mini loans from it based on your usage. So
Okay.
a lot of, you can do a lot of things actually with it. And it's a big business here because, for example, in M-PESA, I've got more than 12 million customers.
Wow.
We are processing 4 trillion of value every single month. Like close to 40% of the country GDP is passing through M-PESA. So that's
Wow.
how big it is. We are processing more than 1 billion transactions per year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's massive.
So
It's
this is
massive.
something, but isn't this something that's just unique to the continent of Africa? It's not really outside of the continent. Is that correct? Or has it spread to other countries?
So it started in Kenya, and now it is spread out, but still East Africa is like the hub. I mean,
Okay.
especially East Africa is now spreading to West Africa. So they estimate that in Sub-Saharan Africa, I think they've got now more than 500 million accounts of mobile money. So it's
Okay.
still Sub-Saharan Africa, but in other countries like in Asia, it's also spreading there. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
spreading. Yeah. But
Okay.
it's something that is really changing because, as you know, in Africa, bank penetration is not much. So
Right.
this has helped to bring financial inclusion into the country because now, like, we are all over the country, and you can do anything with
Yeah.
it.
So
So
pretty much anyone can use it, and it doesn't. It's
exactly,
convenient, and it doesn't exclude people who are at different income levels.
exactly. And for diasporas like your husband, now they can send money easily and instantly because in the past, when Ford want to send money to us, he will go to I don't know where in America and then deposit money, and then you tell me, this is a secret number. Go
Right.
to a certain place to take the money. Now that is all gone. That's old fashioned. Instantly from his app, he can send money, and it will be reflected instantly into my account, and I
Okay.
start using it there and there. So that's the beauty.
Yeah. See, your brother takes care of all that for me. I don't ever do it.
Uh,
Okay, so we have a question. Someone said, ask him about would remit how they work with them in M-PESA. I'm not sure what that means. Are you able to see the comments too, Epimack?
no, let me check.
See, Lucretia, could you reword that? I'm not sure what you mean. Ask him about, is that would remit or world remit how they work with them in
Word remit. Word
Oh,
remit
see,
is
you know what she's, I don't know what she's talking about.
yeah. Word remit is a remittance. So I mean, like diasporas use word remit app. They link it to their bank accounts, and then they send money anywhere into the world. So now we have partnered with Word Remit. Our customers now can receive money through Word Remit from any country in the world where Word Remit operates. So anyone in the world can download the Word Remit app. Now, because we partner with Word Remit, you can send money from Word Remit to M-PESA. So it's an app which helps remittances for diasporas really to when they want to move money from one country to another. So we are partnered with them, yes.
So
and we did launch.
So Roll Remit obviously is one app. What would you recommend as the easiest way to send money from, let's say, America, UK, Canada, the most popular ones I always hear, to Tanzania or Africa? Would Roll Remit be one of them, or would you suggest something else?
Yes. So we have partnered with a couple of businesses. Where Remit is one, Remitly. We have got Western Union, MoneyGram. So we have like 5 partners in America and Europe. Yeah. So now we've covered the whole world. Actually, you can send money from anywhere in the world to M-PESA account, and we have got like 20 partners that we deal with. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's.
So for foreigners coming to the country, and once they get there, of course, it's pretty simple to set up a bank account. And it sounds like the better way of moving about the country would be using mobile money, right? Not like actual cash.
Yeah, so mobile money is more secure. I mean,
Okay.
you don't need to carry cash. And then the other thing is, the moment you land at the airport, you'll see our shops there. You can just go with your passport, register, and get a line. And once you have your line, that's it. You have access to M-PESA. So you can start using it immediately. And you've got the agents, we call them agents, these places where you can go and do cash in, cash out across the country. So anywhere you go, you have access to your M-PESA. You can put money in, you can withdraw if you want cash at any point of time. And so it's more easy and convenient. As I said, I don't use cash nowadays.
Well, so I mean, our family's unique because, like I said, the women in our family are spoiled. So I mean, I know a lot of like people that have come there. They've been trying to use like the Bajajis and like the Uber and the Boda Bodas. So do they take mobile money, or do you need cash?
Yes, they take mobile money. And nowadays they've created a special solution called merchant payments, whereby all businesses, they just open what you call a merchant account, and then anyone can pay to them through those accounts. These are accounts which hold huge amounts compared to customers' accounts. So it's very easy actually. You can pay anyone. Anywhere you go, you can ask someone, "Can I pay you through M-PESA?" And they'll tell you, "Yes, you can pay through M-PESA."
Okay, so you just tell them I'm going to pay through M-PESA because you guys always have. I always have a driver, or you drive me, so I don't do it. So okay, so the one thing I like that you said is that literally the minute you land at the airport, you can go ahead and get your M-PESA money, and you don't have to worry about currency exchange. You don't have to worry about trying to change your American money or your Euro money into Tanzanian shillings. You can just use. And now, will the mobile money? Like if I land and I want to exchange the money I have in my account to mobile money, will it automatically do the currency exchange and all that on your phone?
Yes. So just a simple correction there. So at the airport, what you need to do, you need to have Tanzanian shillings, Tanzanian money, because these agents they don't do for you the conversion. So you have to change into T shillings. Once you change, put all your money into M-PESA, and you can use it anywhere. Because even at the places where they don't receive, let's say, M-PESA, you can still go to an agent and withdraw and give cash to that person. So you only withdraw the amount that you want to pay for cash.
Okay, so I like to break the steps down. So exchange the money first into Tanzanian shillings, go to the agent and say, put this on my phone.
Exactly. Once you do that, yourself. Like we were in a holiday for like 10 days. We went to North Tanzania, and I mean, I didn't carry any money.
Yeah, I know.
And for me, because I don't go to these agents, because my money is in a bank account. So what I used to do is, any amount that I want, I move from bank to my M-PESA and I transact.
I know. When we all went, we go on. That was amazing. We go on, just for the audience to know, we go on holiday family vacations together. It's like, oh my God, what, like 7 kids and 10 adults, and we all go together. And you guys didn't have cash. You guys were using your phones the whole time. Yeah.
And nowadays, so something which is very interesting is when we started these services, we are using, I don't know if you guys know what we call USSD services. So majority of Tanzanians, they had feature phones. Feature phones, these are not smartphones, right?
Right.
Yes, you can download apps, you can do anything. So it's just a code that you dial, like *150*00#, and then you get all the M-PESA services there. So that's what people are used to. But nowadays, we've also put an app, a very good app. Actually, 3 days ago, if you've seen on my social pages, we won the best fintech app as M-PESA in Tanzania. So
I saw that. Yeah.
so we have the app now, so it's very easy, it's very convenient. And what we're planning to do actually through partnership now, we will be launching also integration with cards. So what will happen if you come, for example, next year, if you're a foreigner, you don't need to do exchange now, because what you'll do is you take your card, you link your card with M-PESA, and you can move money from your card to M-PESA easily, even if you're from America, from wherever. And it's Visa card, it's MasterCard, American Express, whatever card that you guys are using. So we are working to integrate with those cards. You can move money from your card to M-PESA and then start using. So I think that would be
really they're going to link credit cards now.
Yes, that's the next step.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, the good thing is that you were saying that I did not know is that you don't need a smartphone. You can do this on any phone,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. You don't need a smartphone. You can do it on anything. That's the reason why even a grandma in the
In the
village can
village.
use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's very simple, easy to use. As I said, you've got 13 million, 12 million customers now. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
So you look behind if you're pulling out cash. Nobody pulls out cash anymore, right?
It's very
or
safe.
or they know you're a foreigner if you're using cash.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, people will be surprised. People will be surprised that you use cash.
Yes.
The country is moving to a cash light. So now, for example, since 2 years ago, the government started a big project of digitizing all government payments. So now the
Wow.
government doesn't accept cash.
Right. Right.
You have to pay through mobile money or bank.
Right.
So you can pay if you, for example, I want to renew my passport. I do everything on all the application online. I pay through M-PESA. I just go there to take my passport. If I want
Okay.
to pay for electricity bills, I said, if I want to pay for any government fee, even a police fine, actually, if the police catches you, no more cash. We just give you a number that you pay to that number, and that's it.
Okay.
So everything is
It's
digitized.
gonna be cashless. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, I love it. And this has
It's
been educational for me because, like I said, I don't, I don't deal with this stuff. So,
yeah,
um,
I
so
know.
let's talk about. I know some people, because you have, just because we're also so proud of you, and you have done well, and Mama Bibi, our mom, we say she has given birth to all directors and successful people.
She likes to talk.
Yeah, she's a very proud BB. So let's talk about if you could give some tips or advice to the young generation coming up, the people in college now, or even the people working right now that are trying to navigate just being a businessman and like being successful. Like I know I always say one thing I always talk about is perseverance and commitment and showing up the way that you want to be hired, being on time, having a
Yeah,
sense of urgency,
yeah.
communicating well. I'm actually going to be doing classes on here about like how to interview and present yourself
Mm,
well. So
mm.
if you could just maybe give some insight of what you think are some qualities that people should work towards in order to kind of maybe stand out from their peers to
Yeah,
be marketable so that people, big companies want to hire them.
yeah. It's interesting because like 3 days ago, I was invited somewhere to talk about that. We have a problem of employment. I mean, as any country in
Yes.
the world. And I was
It's
talking to
the
young people.
competition is fierce. So we need
Yeah,
you got to be, you got to
yeah.
stand out.
You gotta, yeah, I gotta stand out. Yeah, so I mean, from personal experience, actually, I think what I've mentioned, number one is, first of all, you need to really be a hardworking person. And when people look at your eyes, they should see that you really mean what you do. I mean, for me, I think that was really outstanding. I've been a top performer in all the companies that I've worked with. And I think that's the basic, the foundation. And then, as you said, also being able to communicate, because I think sometimes people do a lot of things, but they're not able to show off what they're doing. So it's important also to make sure that you're out there, you're talking about your successes, whatever that you've done or achieved, because sometimes people are too busy to even notice
Yeah. Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
down IT doing something. So you need to shout when you do something. So that's one. And then another thing which I think is very key, especially in this country, is also integrity, right? Because nowadays, I mean, it's a big crisis in Africa, in the world, about integrity. So people are looking for people with integrity. When they see that, then they trust you, because these positions actually they are very tempting.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things which are coming. So when they see that they get someone they can trust, it's easy to get that position. So I think that, and also commitment, as you rightly said. And also, I think the other thing is being agile, being flexible, being able to change. I managed to change from IT person to a commercial person. It
Yeah.
wasn't easy, but I mean, you need a lot of learning. You need to be flexible. You need to learn a lot what's going on in the world, what's going on in the country, what are the new things that are coming, especially when I work in a technology company like this. You need to be aware of what's happening. Otherwise, you wake up one day and find someone else has eaten your cake.
Yeah.
So I think being agile is very, very, very key to being successful. So I'll say hardworking, being agile, commitment, integrity. These are some of the key characteristics if you really want to move fast. But I think sometimes people miss what you mentioned at the first place, perseverance. I mean, I usually tell young people you need to do the right things every single day, and then when
Yes.
the right time comes, you get to the right position. Because
Yes.
sometimes people do the right things for some time, and then they see they're not getting breakthrough, and then they kind of give up and they start doing the wrong things. Then they spoil everything. So I think it's very, very important to have perseverance, because sometimes these things takes 3 years, 4 years. Like for me, it took like 12 years to
Yeah.
reach there. So I mean, it's not necessary that it take 12 years. It can take 3, 4 years,
I
but you need to have
know.
perseverance. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
growth has
So,
been between you and your brothers. I mean, because I've been around for what, like 15 years. So,
yes,
um,
yes. You've been there since I was like nobody.
yeah, we always knew you were going to be somebody. So I've been witness to the hard work and
Yeah,
how much you do work. I mean, we're on vacation and all of you are still working on vacation, and you
it's
know,
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. It
Yeah,
is.
they say in a telecom company you can get a customer in 1 minute and you can lose a customer in 1 minute.
Yes.
If I, because most of our customers are mad SIMers, they have got more than one SIM card.
Right.
So if they make a call now and it's not going through, they just tune to another telco and they continue whatever that they're doing. So that's the speed now of how we work also.
Yeah.
We have to move with the same speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's
Oh,
interesting.
that's
Very
crazy. Well, this has been absolutely amazing. Of course, I thank you so much for carving some time out for me.
yeah,
I appreciate that. And then explaining the mobile money, I think that helped a lot because I think a lot of, especially foreigners, they
mm,
come and they don't quite understand that you don't need to use cash. There's another option that
yeah,
you can use. Um,
yeah,
I wanted to just before we wrap up talk about without divulging too many secrets. What is coming up next for like mobile money and Vodacom? I know you guys are working on like you have apps now
yeah.
that has been great that you just put out. And is there anything else coming up that we can look forward to? It changes like weekly, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, it's evolving, and as Vodacom, our commitment is to lead Tanzania into the digital future because the world is changing. It's
Yes.
moving into digital future. So we are leading actually in providing those services. So when mobile money started, it was really like more of sending and receiving. What we've done is evolving from sending and receiving first into payment. So ventured in payments, as I've said, you can pay all your bills now, even school fees, whatever, bills through mobile money. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is now face-to-face payments. That's what we are doing now in accelerating what I said, merchant payments. But
Okay.
now we are venturing into financial services as well. As I've said, um, we are starting giving out loans based on usage. So we don't need any collateral, you don't need anything. Based on a usage, you can now get microloans. So if you are short,
Wow.
yes, yes,
Okay, so wait, so you're saying so you don't need collateral? You can
you
get
don't
based
need
on
anything.
usage, you can get a
Actually,
micro loan.
actually, right here, as I'm talking to you, I can get a loan instantly.
Wow. So
Instantly.
that's huge though for people, for especially people that are impoverished or and trying to get like a
Exactly.
little business off the ground or trying to, do branch out and do something for their family. That's huge.
It's huge. I just give you a picture. On a monthly, we started this service like last year, and up to last month, we are disbursing $15 million every single month, and it's growing double digit month on month.
Wow.
It's that rich. Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's growing, and we want to add more financial services. We want to add insurance services. We want to be able to allow our customer to participate into stock markets through their apps, through the M-PESA. So we're going to open the world for them because these people didn't have access to all these financial services. So we are opening up that. We're also venturing into e-commerce. We're partnering with some of the players in the market to start opening up e-commerce. Currently, we're partnered with MasterCard. You can actually create a virtual MasterCard in your M-PESA and use that virtual MasterCard to buy goods from anywhere in the world. I use it to pay my Netflix and everything.
Oh.
I don't need to risk putting my card details online. I just create a virtual card from M-PESA and I credit it, I refund it with whatever amount that I want to spend, and that's it.
Oh, so that's how my kids get Netflix and stuff when we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Very
oh, that is wonderful.
Yeah, at Vodacom we say the future is exciting. Are you ready?
Yes. That is, I mean, that's pretty exciting though.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So we're going to
that's
really
move
huge.
Into,
it's huge. It's huge. We are moving into financial services, payment space, and also remittances space. As I've said before, now we are connected to everywhere in the world. The next step that we've started with Safaricom Kenya is what you want to do is if you're M-PESA customer in Tanzania, you can roam. I mean, when you go to Kenya, you can still use your Tanzania M-PESA line and you can make payments in Kenya. You can withdraw funds at the agents in Kenya, and you can do all things that you're doing when you're here.
Wow.
So we call it M-PESA roaming. So it's just like using your phone anywhere in the world. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what we want. We're in discussion now with Alipay, WePay, so that our customers also, when they go to China, they don't need to now withdraw cash and carry cash. You just use M-PESA. You can make payments in all Alipay point of sales.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that we are working on.
And that helps a lot because I mean I've been traveling internationally since oh my God, the 90s. And I mean it used to be if you couldn't exchange your, you had to have cash on you. There was no other option.
Exactly.
It was also dangerous and you get nervous carrying too much cash. So this, I mean, this is gonna help, it's gonna change everything.
Exactly. I went to some places, I don't want to mention the country.
Right.
And I wanted to withdraw cash from an ATM. The guy said, no, if you do that, the guys will start following our tax and they'll hijack it.
Right. Yeah.
Now you don't need to worry about that thing.
And now you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So we have one other question, and you may or may not know the answer to this one, but someone was asking, when you think of technology innovation in Tanzania, what other areas of technological innovation beyond mobile money would you recommend for investors or entrepreneurs to consider?
Yeah, so I think Tanzania is a growing economy and a lot of opportunities. I mean, as you guys know, the GDP has been growing except this year, 7% year on year. It's now the 10th largest economy in Africa.
Yes, repeat that because a lot of people don't know that. It's the 10th largest economy
in Africa.
In Africa, yes.
Yes, yeah. So there are a lot of opportunities. I think one of the areas is the fintech area. If you are interested, I think that's an area that you can explore because now it's like penetration of banking and mobile money is growing, but still there's not strict maturity. We have insurance, which is very, very low. The penetration is very, very low, and the government is very keen to push for penetration of insurance. But also in agriculture sector, I mean, the whole value chain of agriculture sector in terms of technology, you can invest there. In transportation is still premature in Tanzania. So there are a lot of areas that you can expand. Tourism, just mention a few. So there are a lot of areas that you can invest in this country. And as I said, it's a growing economy. So opportunities just keep on opening up one after another. But in my space, I think fintech is key because still the penetration of financial services is very, very low in this country.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. That should answer their question, and that makes sense. I mean, there's so many areas right now in Tanzania. It's like it's hard, but I think those are some really good key areas because some areas I think have more potential than others because it's such a growing country. And the development has been huge over the last, I would say, 5 years.
Yeah, yes, 5 years. And I think what's interesting is the middle class is growing very fast. They estimate that sub-Saharan Africa middle class is growing at 3% year on year. So you can imagine the purchasing power of these people. I mean, like 20 years ago, Tanzania was a completely different country altogether.
Yes.
I mean, you can't imagine. So the middle class is increasing. I mean, you can see malls are being opened every day. In the past, I mean, you just used to go to Mlimani City Mall. Now, like malls everywhere, shops
You know,
everywhere.
I love Mlimani City.
Your favorite.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
But there's like so many other places too that you can go to as well.
Exactly. I came from Arusha and it was really astonishing. I've been there like 5 years ago. I mean, it's a real changed place. I mean, I think there are more good hotels in Arusha than in Dar es Salaam. I was thinking maybe in the next 5 years, Arusha, if it continues at that pace, it might be more developed than Dar es Salaam.
Yeah, so because they got the room too. They have the space, they have the room, and a lot of now that they have, you know, a lot of flights come there just for the safari. So they have a lot of foreigners that land there. So they need that type of industry there, and they have the space for it. Dar es Salaam is already kind of built up, and you know, there's not much space for anything else. So you have to go other places.
I think Arusha and Mwanza are my favorites.
Oh Lord, don't get started on Mwanza. Oh my goodness. When the Sukumas are on here and you do not mention Mwanza, they have a fit. All the Sukuma, you know who you are. They get like, what about Mwanza? What about Mwanza? So there you have it. The director of Vodacom has said that Mwanza is a beautiful place. So there's your promoting.
I think Lake Victoria is doing them a big favor.
Yeah, Lake Victoria is beautiful. So, okay, I got one more question. Are telecompanies considering meeting the needs of business to business, especially for international businesses and money transfers? I think you kind of addressed that already. This person may come on late, but maybe give them like a brief overview again, because they're asking about like, are they considering meeting the needs of business to business for international business money transfers? So I guess like if my company wants to transfer money to your company, how can I do that through mobile banking or mobile money?
So current is person to person, but we are now working with WorldRemit and other partners to open business because business means it's a huge value.
Right.
As per regulations in Tanzania, we have a limit that a person can transact. So businesses can transact any amount. So we are working on that. Hopefully by tomorrow, next year is tomorrow. So by next year we will for sure business to business remittances.
Okay, I know you get to close out my year as the special guest of the last day of the year.
Thank you so much for the favor.
Yes. Okay. So I don't want to keep you because I know I have other appointments and I know you are very, very busy. This has been wonderful. Based on the questions or comments I might get, I might have you on again later. You know, but make sure you kiss my baby for me. We miss her and we miss you guys. Hopefully we will be there very soon. This pandemic has been awful. Yeah, it's just been awful. But tell everybody that, you know, I'm sure we'll be speaking to them soon, but tell Mama and everybody we said hello, and we'll talk to you guys very soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it for the opportunity to speak to everyone. Karibu Tanzania. Welcome Tanzania. It's a beautiful country and a lot of opportunities to invest here as well. If you're a business partner, So thank you so much.
Thank you to you. Your title is Director of Vodacom, right?
Director of M-PESA at
M-PESA.
Vodacom.
Okay, M-PESA Vodacom. Okay.
The way M-PESA operates right now is it's a separate company. It's a subsidiary of Vodacom. So I'm kind of a CEO of M-PESA.
Yes. So that's why I said, do not be humble. You let them know that you are a CEO.
Great.
Good. You guys have a very humble family, which is beautiful. But you know, right now we need to let everybody know.
You're welcome.
Yes. You know how American. You know how I am. So. but this has been great. You heard it from my Shemeji, who is the CEO of M-PESA, and he is giving some insight on what they've been doing, what's to come. This is exciting. I love the inclusion of people across all different economic backgrounds. I think that's going to be great. It sounds like, you know, you got some, well, you guys always have some great apps and different things coming out. And then, you know, as we go along, I'll probably have you come back for a part 2.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Shemeji, Kwaheri.
Say hi to everyone.
I will.